Cape Town leg of a national film and television industry protest has now started outside Parliament. Organisers have cited delays with the Department of Trade and Industry and Competition's film and TV incentive. Newzroom Afrika's Nasiphi is tracking the story. Nasiphi, this is all in connection with a government funding scheme. It's at the centre of what's been described as the imminent collapse of this imperative industry for many parts of the country.
Michelle, we heard this morning that the industry is not only collapsing but bleeding. They've been engaging with government for over a year. We understand that last year we saw similar demonstrations outside the gates of Parliament where lawmakers sit. And this is where the film and the TV industry is saying that they want to bring their grievances to, particularly the Department of Trade and Industry, and calling on Minister Tau to look into the backlog, but also to ensure that there isn't any bloodshed when it comes to jobs. But to talk to us further, I am joined by Sibabalwe from Youth Capital, a multimedia strategist. Thank you so much for your time. But I mean, the industry is bringing their grievances right to the doors of policy and lawmakers. How important is policy implementation? How important is it?
It is important. Policy implementation is quite important. We live in a country where nearly 1 in 2 young people are unemployed, not in education, employment, or training. So it's very important that the policies that we implement, the government implements, are effective. As we're seeing right now, we're here supporting Save SA jobs, Save SA film jobs, because again, they're facing something that they're facing another industrial failure from government that is a repeated pattern. So it's showing that the policies that we're implementing at the moment are not being implemented effectively to stop the bleeding of SA jobs.
Sibabalo, we've had, or rather the industry says that they've had engagements with government prior and submitted, memorandum of demands. What more can be done now if policies stand, however they're not being implemented, and government is well aware of the demands of the industry?
I think it's important that we continue this momentum of holding government accountable, even if the government might not respond at the moment or during that point in time. It's important that we grow the numbers, we build community, and we continue to show that there is support for the South African film industry, there is support for all industries in the country, and that the people are demanding that we stop bleeding jobs in South Africa.
I mean, if we continue at this rate, where do you think the industry is going to be, which also forms a very important part in the ecosystem of the country's economy?
I think that it's quite tragic that we are here at this moment, but I think where we're going to be is even much worse than we are today. When you think about the industry, this is where we get our information, this is where we represent our cultures, this is where we get to tell our stories. This is a very important industry. This is an industry that gives voices to many. And so if the government continues on this trajectory that it's on, we might see more people losing their voices. We might see more people, less stories being heard on TV, less entertainment going on in this country, less information and less information and education happening throughout the country. So it's important that we as the people of this country support SA Film and we demand government be accountable.
We'll have to leave it there. Sibabalo Nobandla there, who is from Youth Capital, a multimedia strategist. As you can see the board there, we demand answers, fix the DTIC. And earlier we saw one of the placards where one was talking not only about saving the film industry, but saying that jobs should not be cut and government should start implementing its own policies. Hearing from the organizers this morning saying that they are going to be once again engaging with government and handing over a memorandum, and they're hoping that this time around they will be heard. One of the people part of this particular protest is JP Smith, whose portfolio is also the film and event sector. And he was saying, based on the fact that they had tried to engage with Minister Tau, or rather they'd called a meeting between the mayor of the city of Cape Town, JP, and the minister of DTIC, Minister Tau, JP rather is saying that they will be looking at launching an intergovernmental dispute to see whether or not they won't be able to force the minister to listen to the pleas of the TV and film industry.
Yeah, certainly. And obviously we know as well, Nasiphi, that even global television and film productions are a major source of foreign direct investment. I imagine that's something that impacts Cape Town specifically quite deeply. All right, we continue.